What's up everybody? Today, as you can see, we have the Tesla Cybertruck. What is unique and different, lots of things, about this truck with washing and detailing? Right now we're going to talk about the exterior, the differences, and things we can point out. Let's get after it. So as I'm sure you've already heard, there's lots of unique characteristics about this truck compared to most vehicles that we deal with every day. Most notably, stainless steel exterior. So this is going to give some benefits to Tesla and for the owners. Again, very hard, very durable, very resistant to scratches and marring, and as you've heard, bullets and all kinds of fun stuff like that. However, it does provide some unique challenges for detailing, buffing, cleaning. One of the things people have pointed out right away is fingerprints, so we'll talk a little bit about that. Also, lots of trim, which is normal for cars like this and trucks like this, so we'll talk about the trim. This has gotta be, and for invisible glass manufacturers, we love this. This has gotta be the biggest windshield I've ever seen on a production vehicle. Also, comedically large wiper blade. But this kind of flat scoop of a windshield is gonna be great for visibility and looking on the highway, but you're gonna wanna treat that, clean that, and keep it super clean. Also on the inside, huge, I mean, there's like 3 feet here between the driver and the front. So there's gonna be some challenges for cleaning the inside, the exterior of this glass. Also looking at anti-fog, things like that. Also, lots of tucked in lights and accessories. So we're gonna be working around cleaning. We're gonna be doing some basic exterior things, protecting the trim, which is obviously not as strong as the stainless. So we'll be getting after it. So we mentioned a little bit about the stainless steel, and obviously there's been some complaints about fingerprints, which we'll address later. There's also some early reports of rusting of the stainless steel. This is false. There's lots of Tesla haters out there that wanted to say that there was like defective stainless steel. Guys, it's stainless steel. It's what it is. So there's not actually rust there. What they're seeing is iron contaminants and iron fallout from brakes, from highways, from railroads, sticking onto the panel and then that rusting. So the challenge here is there's no clear coat that we're used to. So there's really not that much to get embedded. It's actually potentially easier to clean this going on, but we have to take care of it a little bit differently because this is a more kind of porous, open, stainless panel rather than a nice shiny clear coat. So we're gonna be doing a whole wash. We'll show you some of the iron mover potentials there, but really that's gonna get taken care of mostly with the washes because A, this is new, there's not a lot of iron on it, and because again, it's stainless steel, you don't have to worry as much about scratching and marring. So there's questions about, can I wash this normally? And yes, there is a car wash mode in the Cybertruck and lots of other Teslas. That is meant for the drive-through that automatically just locks windows, locks the back tonneau cover, all the things like that. This car is meant to drive on a highway when it's raining. You're not gonna hurt it with a hose and a pressure washer. So we're using Moab, we're gonna foam it down. Let's go. So now we have the contactless wash done. We're gonna go to the 2-bucket contact wash. One of the convenient things here is we can set the suspension down to the lowest setting to get easy access, although this is a big car, so we're still gonna need a little bit of an extension to get some of the hard to reach places. But normal wash here, top to bottom, working all the soil from the top of the down to the nasty stuff last. So we'll get that now. So we're gonna work on the wheels now. Now, most of the time, the battery regenerative engine will do a lot of the braking for you, but when you do have to use the brakes, stopping almost 10,000 pounds will kick off lots of metallic flex. So we're gonna use the iron remover on the wheels. just finished our contact wash, dried it. A couple things to point out that we noticed that were a little bit different from our normal washes. So again, uncoated stainless. We noticed even after washes, we do have some of this road grime, sling, probably silicone from the tires, hitting this rear quarter-ish area that we'll go over with a separate product to take care of that stain. Again, we mentioned fingerprints. We've already washed this and it was clean for 30 seconds. And just getting in and out of the car, you can already see fingerprints starting. Now, part of it is the design of the car. So there's no handle here that normally you'd have your hands on. You don't really see the fingerprints because it's wrapped around a handle. This has a nice shiny black basically touch screen, and then you basically are prompted to grab the door in this area. So fingerprints are just naturally going to happen here very quickly. So even, again, like I said, a minute after washing the car, we got fingerprints in this area, which we'll take care of. And then finally on the exterior we're going to look at is this enormous windshield. So we'll do glass cleaning on it, and then we'll also put a coating on here just to really make the rain fly off the windshield when it's out while it's raining. So the other difference we noticed when we were washing was a little bit on the fit and finish. And again, because it's stainless, it's very kind of aggressive in the corners. Now this might, if you're watching this 6 months, a year down the road, this might be a non-issue. But even with a very high quality drying towel, you can notice some grabbing and pulling, and even with very light pressure, or really no pressure at all, some of these corners are essentially shaving the fibers on your microfiber towel. So if you have, an electric blower, a leaf blower, we would recommend using that as the primary drying method, just so you don't damage your drying towels. The other thing we pointed out about the exterior is how enormous this windshield is. And really, after trying to climb up on this, I don't know how you would clean it without some kind of extension handle like the Reach and Clean tool. And this even has an extension on it, so depending on how tall you are, you might need multiple of these. They are available online. But again, invisible glass, best glass cleaner there is. We're just gonna hose this down and work on the exterior of the glass. Use the Reach and Clean tool to get every inch of this windshield. Again, we do have the ride set height to entry, so we're as low as this can go to make it as easy as possible, but it still is a challenge. So the windshield's clean. Again, very, very hard to reach that center line unless you have a big rig, big kind of ladder that can go over here. So we're gonna use our easiest to remove and polish off rain repellent. So we're gonna use Clean and Repel for the windshield. So final touches for the exterior, we're gonna hit some trim shine on our trim pieces in the big tonneau cover, and then also put some more shine on the wheels. One thing to point out, because we have trim just next to stainless, any kind of coating you put on the trim that shows up here will show up as a different kind of luster versus the rest of just the clean stainless. So just pay careful attention to not kind of get overspray or any of the coating up on the trim. If so, you can easily wipe that off, but it will look different than the rest of the uncoated metal. This is a great example of when you want to spray directly into the microfiber rather than on the trim, just so you don't get that overspray. So for a big open exposed tonneau cover like this, getting just absolutely beaten with sun rays, Trim Shine ceramic is a great way to get months long protection with really just a wipe down. So you don't have to worry about setting up and wiping off a ceramic. It does have that SiO2 technology to give you that durability. And again, it's really simple, spray and wipe on, and that's all there is to it. So it's gonna make it look great, deepen that color, and protect it for months. So regardless of what your take on the Cybertruck is, I gotta say this was one of the hardest videos for us to do. Not necessarily because of the vehicle, but because we had people coming in and interrupting us nonstop. It is a attention grabber and people wanna see it. Let us know what you think about it. But really, if you follow those steps, there's really not that much different from a normal wash. Again, pay attention to the stainless steel, work on that big windshield, take care of your trim, and you're gonna be all good. Thanks for washing. We'll see you on the next one.